Tully here again with another 2-minute tip that you can use to support your ML students. And this time we're talking about AI. Now I know as teachers we're always focusing on all the downfalls of AI, but there's ways that we can harness this technology for our own teaching pedagogy and to help sometimes make our days a little bit easier. So I want to preface this video by saying that the Simcoe County District School Board has not approved any AI for student use. However, for the purposes for teachers to use to support lesson planning, they endorse Microsoft Copilot. So I'm going to show you how you can work it today to come up with a lesson plan, and then how you can also use it to modify and accommodate for your ML students. So really quickly, I'm going to show you how when you log into Copilot, you have the opportunity to log in using your Google Scudsby email. And then I'm going to show you how you can create prompts to create a lesson plan. Now I will say that when it comes to AI, the more specific you can be, always the better the end result is going to be. So you might even be able to see this if you have students that have used AI. If they are not using great prompts, they're only going to get mediocre responses, but the more details you put in, you can really tailor this to create lesson plans that are super effective in your classroom. So I'm going to show you an example here. So I'm going to start by saying, create a hands-on lesson plan for the Ontario curriculum for, let's just say, CHC2D. I'm going to list a particular curriculum expectation so that we can make this even more specific. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this curriculum expectation from the document, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paste that in there. I am going to say, oh, I clicked enter, but that's okay because I can continue to add and adjust this with further questions. So I can say something like include learning goals and success criteria. And also include an exit ticket. So you can see that as I am adjusting my questions and expectations, it is going ahead and it is also changing the lesson plan to incorporate all of these extra things that I'm asking for. So this is just a basic lesson plan. Again, you could add all sorts of extra things like include what tools you will need to use, include a video from YouTube. You could be as specific as you want. And then you can see here that it also gives you options. If you can't even think of what you want your next prompt to be, it gives you options for what your potential next prompt could be. Now this is where I come in as your ESL support teacher, ESL monitor, and I want to show you that you can also add the caveat for AI to include some accommodations and modifications for your ML students. So again, the more specific you can be, the better. So I'm going to say create, let's click in there, create accommodations and modifications to this lesson plan tailored to ESL students that are step 1 or maybe step 2. Let's see what that gives us. It would help if I was a better typer than what I am. Okay. So once I do that, I'm going to push enter. And you can see that it is naturally going to be giving some ideas here for different things that we can do to accommodate. Let's say you want a graphic organizer. Oh, for example, here's another prompt. What are some effective graphic organizers? Click enter, and it's going to give us some examples of graphic organizers. I could even say create a graphic create a Venn diagram. Let's be specific for this lesson. Let's see what happens. There we go, they've created a Venn diagram. Give it a minute, it's going to take forever because the internet's slow. But with any of these things, once you have put your prompt in and Copilot has spit out the answer for you or the lesson plan or whatever it is that you might be making, you can just click copy and you can paste that right into a Google document or Word document, whatever program you like to use. So again, these are just some examples of how you can use AI. I personally have a friend right now that's suffering from a concussion, so lots of screen time is difficult for her. She's also happens to be teaching a brand new course where she constantly has to be in tune with new curriculum that she's unfamiliar with. So she's been using Copilot quite a bit to help her come up with very quick lessons that she can use on the day-to-day without spending too much time on the computer, because it's giving her issues for her brain. So anyways, just a perfect example of a real-life problem where you could be using AI to help support this. And again, the more specific you are, the more you know what you're looking for, the more you can tailor your prompts, and the better the final product is going to be that AI spits out for you. So don't be afraid to try it out anyways, right? It might not be perfect, but if in a pinch, it can help you and give you a good starting place.